For today's video, we are going to be making Buzzfeed Valentine's Day recipes.
Sit here thinking of you. Maybe I'm painting blue. What I'm about to do. Show your love.
But before we do all that, let me throw you guys back to when I was at the grocery store. Alright you guys, I've made it to the grocery store. I'm here with my mom. Let's go get the ingredients for my date tonight. So the first thing we need for this recipe is mozzarella cheese. So we need pepperoni. Okay, and we need is pizza crust. And the last thing that we need for our pizza is pizza sauce. Ooh. 1 pack of butter. It said to, like the recipe said to make my own icing, but I'm gonna go the easy way and just get the pre-made icing because I'm lazy, so yeah. Change of plans, we're getting this icing because it's cheaper. Next ingredient is cornmeal, milk, and white chocolate. Okay, and the last and final ingredient that we need for our video is strawberries. I'll see you guys back at home where I can make all this food for my date tonight. Okay you guys, I am back from the grocery store and the first recipe that we are going to be making is chocolate covered strawberries. The first thing you're going to need for this recipe, strawberries and chocolate. Okay, so the first step in making this recipe is to melt the chocolate in the bowl. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 6 cubes of each chocolate and I'm going to melt them in the microwave for 30-second intervals. So while the chocolate is in the microwave, I have gone ahead and parchment lined a baking sheet to put the strawberries on once they are all coated in chocolate. Okay, so I'm like actually in shock because I microwaved this for like 1 minute and 30 seconds and look how good it turned out. I didn't burn it. So I guess the only thing left to do is to dip the strawberries into the chocolate. I mean, this is a pretty easy recipe, you know, so not much cooking here. But I promise the next recipes will get a little bit more interesting. So I'm gonna coat these strawberries and I will check back in with you at the end. You guys, these are actually turning out so good. Like, I'm actually kind of impressed. Tell me these do not look straight out of edible arrangements. Like, let's be real here. Come on. Okay, so I see a lot of people do this with their chocolate covered strawberries. They like do like a drizzle in like the opposite colored chocolate. So I want to try that on a few of them because now that I've done so good, I've like gained some confidence. So I'm gonna try that. Okay, so I'm gonna try it on like one of these. Okay, so here we go. Oh, that's kind of ugly. These look so good. Okay, you guys, I think I got a little bit too creative here. Okay, so you see some of them turned out good, some of them turned out not so good. See, right here. But I looked up some images on Pinterest of people that made their chocolate covered strawberries look like tuxedos. So I thought that would be a good idea. So this is my attempt, I don't know if it's failed or achieved, of a tuxedo chocolate covered strawberry. Tell me if I did okay. Okay, so the first recipe of this video did not turn out too bad. Actually turned out as a success. So the second recipe that we're going to be making are cornmeal cookies with a icing heart in the middle. I'll put a picture up of what they're supposed to look like up here and you'll see what they're going to look like in a minute. So let's get started with that recipe. Okay, so the ingredients that we need for these cornmeal cookies are flour, sugar, 1 egg, cornmeal, 2 sticks of butter at room temperature, frosting, and vanilla extract. First thing that we need to do for this recipe is preheat our oven to 400 degrees. Before we do that, we have to take out all the pots and pans that we have stored in the oven. So I need to get to that. Oven clear. So now we are going to preheat our oven at 400 degrees. And yes, I am filming this video at 4:36 in the morning. In the recipe, it says to add 2 cups of flour and 1/2 cup of cornmeal. I'm using salted butter, so I feel like I don't need to add salt. So I'm just gonna mix together the cornmeal and the flour. Okay, so I have now mixed together the cornmeal and the flour. So now I'm gonna move on to the wet ingredients. It says that I need to put 2 sticks of butter and 1/2 cup of sugar into a bowl and beat that together for 3 minutes. If you ask me, this looks beaten up enough. It's making a mess in the kitchen, so I'm gonna call it there. Next, I need to add 1 egg and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Alright, and I think the last thing that I need to do before putting these cookies in the oven is mixing the dry ingredients with the mixture that we just made. So, yeah. Alright, so now the dough is finished. So now all I have to do is I'm going to do 1 cookie scoop of the dough, put it onto the baking sheet, and then actually before I do that, I'm gonna roll them in sugar and then put them on the baking sheet because that's what the recipe says. Yeah, and then I'm gonna pop them in the oven. I think I'm gonna do it for, I think it's like 10 minutes, and then I flip them halfway through. Basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna do 1 scoop of the cookie dough, pop it into the sugar, coat it in the sugar, and then after that, I'm gonna pop it on the baking sheet. Then I'm gonna take the bottom of a cup and flatten it out to be a cookie. Alright, so this is basically what the cookie should look like once they're all done. So now I'm gonna pop them into the oven, 400 degrees for 10 minutes. I'm gonna flip them halfway through. There they are, cooking away. They look pretty good. I hope they turn out okay, because the strawberries turn out good, so I have high expectations for these. Alright, you guys, I think the cookies are all done. I actually had to bake these for like almost 4 or 5 times, maybe like 3 times the amount that it said to bake them, because 10 minutes was not enough. They were like really soggy cookies. I think they look pretty good. So I'm gonna let these cool down. So I don't know if you can see, but I put little like toothpick marks in the shape of hearts, so that way when I put the icing on, I know exactly where to put it. Alright, you guys, so for these cookies, I'm just gonna go ahead and try my best to fill in the little heart shape that I have made with this frosting. I don't know why I'm on the floor filming this, but I just thought it would be a good angle, but it's really not. Okay, I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever made. I mean, it could be better, but it's a little like elementary school bake sale, but it'll do. Okay, so I have made a few cookies so far, but I really want to try one of these cookies because, okay, so I'm not even kidding you, they're like really reminding me of like those cookies that like your grandma would have, and like they're in that sewing box kit, but like when they actually had cookies in them, these are the types of cookies that they had, and they look just like that, and they kind of have that same feel. So yep, same exact cookie. Okay, literally I just made the sewing box cookies. Alright, you guys, so the next and final recipe that we are going to be making today for Valentine's Day is our heart-shaped pizza. The ingredients that you are going to need for this recipe are pizza crust, pizza sauce, mozzarella cheese, and optional pepperoni. Okay, so for this recipe, you could make your own pizza crust, but like, who has time for that? So I just bought this one already pre-made. So all I have to do is pop it open, just like this, and we're gonna roll out our pizza dough. So the thing that makes this pizza a Valentine's Day pizza is we're going to be shaping the pizza dough into the shape of a heart, because you know, Valentine's Day. And we're also going to be cutting every single pepperoni into a heart shape. So that's what's going to give it the Valentine's Day vibe. I don't know. I saw it on Buzzfeed. I thought it was a good idea. So that's what we're doing today. Alright, you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm seriously trying my best with this pizza dough. Not really looking like a heart to me. I mean, I tried to do the whole like heart shape here, but like it's not really looking so good. But I mean, it's the effort that counts. And over here it got a little thin. I also added some like cornmeal to the bottom because like that's what they do at like Domino's. So I thought it would be a good idea. I don't know. I think this is probably going to be the worst one out of everything I made today. But I mean, 2 out of 3, not bad, not bad. Alright, so the next step for this pizza is to cut all the pepperonis into little tiny hearts. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this in an efficient way because I don't have a heart-shaped cookie cutter. But I'm going to figure it out. Okay, I'm going to figure it out. Alright, you guys, so I did figure out a way to make the pepperoni into little tiny heart shapes. So basically, I'm just kind of taking a pepperoni, folding it in half, and then I'm kind of cutting it like origami. This is going to take forever. Ooh, this is a bad one. But I'm kind of making it into like a little heart shape to put on top of the pizza. So, yeah. Okay, you guys, I think this is all the pepperoni that I can manage to do today. That is a lot of work to cut all those pepperonis, but you know what? It's worth it for the video for Valentine's Day, for my date tonight. So, yeah. I hope it tastes good at least. Actually, guys, I'm not gonna lie, this pizza did not turn out looking as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So, I mean, it's got kind of a heart shape, not really, but the heart pepperoni make up for it. So, now I'm gonna pop this back into the oven for about another like 10 minutes and finally eat our food. Alright, you guys, so the pizza has just come out of the oven, and you guys, I want you to brace yourself because tell me that this is not the best, most tacky pizza you have ever seen in your life. Look at that. Tell me that does not look bomb. That looks bomb as hell. You wouldn't even know that it's ugly if you got up close. Oh my god. This is gonna be the best Valentine's Day of my life. Alright, you guys, so now that the food is all done and ready, I need to get ready for my date. I know I've got to have clothes in here somewhere. Ugh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Was that the doorbell? Oh my god. There's gotta be something to wear. I know just the thing.
Out there, run me like a river. Shut your mouth,
Where's my date?
I'm down here. Down here.
My date! Finally, I get to meet you.
A few moments later.
So, do you come here often? You aren't exactly what I pictured you would look like. Not really what you look like on your Tinder profile, but you are a date, so. In honor of our first Valentine's Day, I thought it'd be nice to make something romantic for us. I made some heart-shaped pizza, some chocolate-covered strawberries, and a few cornmeal cookies with a pink heart in them, just for you. Actually, I have to go to the restroom real quick. Excuse me.
Oh, this must be leftovers from AJ's date. Wow. Pizza. Strawberries and cookies. Well, maybe I should go with a healthier choice. A date. It's so good.
Mom! What are you doing?
I'm just eating a date.
That's my date!
Your date? Is that why it has shoes?
Yes!
I'm sorry!
Well, now what are we gonna do with all this extra food? You wanna just watch a movie?
Okay, but let me finish eating my date.
Okay.
Your date.
Alright. You know, my date didn't turn out so good, but at least the food's pretty good.
It's awesome. You did a great job on these strawberries. Your date don't know what she's missing.
My date's go on. You know what, Mom? It's been a long day. I think I'm just gonna go to bed.
Alright. Good night.
Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button. All my social medias are right here and also linked in the description below. Also, don't forget to give this video a like and comment down below how your Valentine's Day went. Mine went okay. The food was good, so yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys in next week's video. Peace.
Maybe I'm painting blue. What I'm